everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Tanya Grace, a physiotherapy graduate from SMU, and here we talk all things physiotherapy. Today we're going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of being a physiotherapist. So let's start with the advantages of being a physiotherapist. The first advantage is caring for others. When you care for others, and you have sessions with your patient and you see progress in your patient, the feeling is so rewarding that you see your patient progress so much. Let's take you saw your patient before, let's take stroke for example. They were not able to feed themselves, let's say, and with time they actually managed to start feeding themselves. That feeling is so rewarding. So that is the first advantage of being a physiotherapist. Number two, there is room for growth in this career. So you have a choice of further studying into physiotherapy. That means you are able to expand your knowledge in the profession, and you're also able to specialize in a field that you would love to specialize in physiotherapy. You can either go into neurology, you can go into pediatrics, you can go into orthopedics, just to mention a few. Then there is room to learn in this profession. You get to meet other therapists. If you're a travel therapist, a therapist who travels, let's say with soccer teams, for example, you get to see other therapists and then you can learn new skills from them. As you know, in life, we can learn from each other. So as therapists, we do learn from each other as well. You can learn new techniques that you didn't know of. So you have a room for growth and learning in this profession. There is also great earning potential in physiotherapy, especially if we talk about physiotherapy overseas. There is really great earning opportunities compared to, of course, in South Africa where I currently am. But however, it is not a bad salary, but it is a salary that is good to help you sustain a comfortable living. Another advantage is that you're going to be in demand. This demand has been high ever since COVID-19 started. As a physiotherapist, you are a valued member in a medical team. So as a physiotherapist, you work with other medical professionals like doctors, you can work with speech therapists, you can also work with occupational therapists. So you have a chance of working with other medical professionals, and you're also a valuable member of the team. As a physiotherapist, you have the privilege to be able to open your own practice. So in South Africa, for example, where I'm staying, you have 1 year of community service that you can fulfill, and then after that 1 year of community service, you have a right to open your own practice and go into the private practice where you are your own employer. Another example is that you stay physically fit. So for me, I am not really a person that is physically fit. Of course, I wasn't before, but this career pushes me to be physically fit, because when a patient comes in, you do exercises with them, sometimes to encourage them, sometimes you have to do exercises to show them, so you're always on your feet and you're always active. As a physiotherapist, you can also work in a variety of working environments, which can include the clinic, the hospital, military facilities. You can work in old age homes, at a patient's house, so you're not limited to working only in a hospital setting. Then let's go to the disadvantages of being a physiotherapist. The first disadvantage is that school is very expensive. So when you're in university, it is a 4-year degree and school is not so cheap. It is very expensive, but it is, however, worth it in the end. So if you get to work in busy working environment, your days become very busy and tiring, because physiotherapy is a lot of work. And like I said, in the advantages of being a physiotherapist, you're always on your feet and you stay fit. But in too busy environments, you tend to get too tired when you see a lot of patients. So that is another disadvantage of being a physiotherapist. Another disadvantage is you get to work with very difficult patients. Maybe a patient who cannot understand instructions. So it is very difficult to give a patient instructions and they don't understand. So you have to demonstrate everything. Sometimes they don't even understand. They still do the wrong thing, especially when you're trying to show them an exercise. So it becomes very difficult when you're dealing with such patients. And other patients that you can deal with are patients who come in with their own knowledge that they acquired from YouTube or Google, and then they actually start debating with you. That is another type of difficult patients that you actually come across. You can also come across patients with mental struggles that you actually find it difficult throughout the whole session to interact with your patient. Physiotherapy is emotionally straining, especially when you're treating a patient and they don't get well with time. Actually, they regress instead of progressing. So the emotional strain that it takes on you, it's really bad. Physiotherapy has a lot of physical demands, especially let me talk about neurology, where you have to do lifting of patients and stuff. So it's very, very demanding, physically demanding. You need to be on your feet, you need to be strong as you perform all these things. And then the last thing, do not become rich because you're a physiotherapist. So if you want to be a physiotherapist because you want to be rich, then no, you are in it for the wrong reasons. You do earn an income that is able to sustain a good lifestyle, but you do not become rich only by being a physiotherapist. Of course, you need to work extra hard to be rich. So if you're in South Africa and you want to know the universities that offer physiotherapy in South Africa, then click on the link to be directed straight to the video that I talk about universities that offer physiotherapy in South Africa. I'll see you in my next video.